Okay, I think we're live. We're live. Hi, welcome back, everybody, to Hardy's Travel Agency. We have a returning group of players here with us today. Let's go ahead and go around and reintroduce all of your characters, starting with Raiden. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm playing Raiden, a human warrior.
Human warrior. Okay, so we got a warrior on the team. Jumping over to Finn, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character. You're muted.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm Clint. I'll be playing Finn Gillyroot, a halfling mage.
Halfling mage. Continuing down the line, Hesty, go ahead and reintroduce yourself for us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stacy, and I'm playing Hesty Mondragon, and she's a fiery old halfling, and she has lots of personality and seeks out adventure and causes a little bit of trouble here and there and likes to heal and take care of her friends and family.
Okay. And last but certainly not least, Zilphira, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character for us. Oh, it looks like you're muted too.
We'll fix it in post.
It will fix it in post. I hope. I don't know. The editor seems to miss when that happens. Who's that? Oh, me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what happened. We were fine beforehand, but...
It's computers. These things happen. Can't worry about it.
That's okay. I'll blame Zoom. It's fine. So I'm Michaela. I'm playing Zilphira, and much to the chagrin of Raiden and Finn, I am a little bit impulsive, even though I graduated from Grandview. So I'm book smart, but don't always take a second to assess the situation before jumping in.
Okay. And so this is our team today, and we are finding all of you. Starting off, it is a kind of a rainy day over in the town, over in Eternity, and you will all find yourselves, doing what you would normally be doing over here. I think running, working in the library for at least one of you, going about your business, and you'll have heard word that things have gone down in Topaz Bay, and Hardy no longer has the Tavern Lightheart. It was taken back from the Brains Corporation, and so there's less adventurers coming in than there were before. That's something that you would just know. There's less new faces coming in, although there are a few every now and then. And you would also know that Hardy has been looking very much for a new base of operations. He's looking for a new place to set up point, and that's been going on for a couple of days now. And you know that there is kind of just kind of a meeting of sorts, like a town meeting, and that's going to happen this afternoon today. And Hardy's going to be addressing all of the people here in Eternity. So in between then and now, because it's you have a little bit of time, I'd say probably about 30 minutes before there's this town meeting. Where would all of you like to go? What do you do? And let's start with Raiden.
I would have been patrolling around the outskirts of the town, just checking defenses to make sure that everything's safe. So I'll be heading back in just to pop to my house and clean up a little bit before heading back to the town meeting.
Okay. Where's Finn on this dreary-ish day?
Finn will be in the bookstore, taking stock of all the books and cataloging them.
Okay. And where's Zolfira?
Well, Zolfira has a room in the tavern, so she's probably in her room doing something, messing with notes that she's been taking about things that she's been reading about Eternity in the bookstore. So she's probably doing that, and then eventually she'll kind of wander out and maybe grab some bread that Ray has made.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there is definitely going to be some kind of fresh baked goods there. And where is Hesty at this point?
Hesty would be at home and cleaning up and probably making a little bit of dinner or some sandwiches or something tasty, and preparing to go to the meeting.
Okay. And so all of you will be doing this, your daily routines and such, and it will come time for you to attend the meeting. Do you go early? Do you go late? Do you arrive on time? You'll know that it is outside. It is supposed to be outside. And as you are arriving, you'll see Dennis, or Dumac rather, is putting up chairs around a very small stage that has a single stool on it. He's just putting chairs out in the rain. He is getting rained on. There's no one else in sight. What do you guys all do?
Well, Hesty always has intentions of arriving on time or early. But as she walks out, she sees some weeds in the garden and has to, kind of pull those. And, as she walks down the path, she talks to a few people and ends up getting there wet because she didn't bring an umbrella and late, but she's there.
Okay. And where when you do get there, where do you sit?
The
front,
what is it?
in the middle, or in the back? And it's also raining, so the chairs are all wet. Or do you not sit?
Well, she's going to be wet because she didn't get her umbrella. Probably up in the front.
Okay.
That way she doesn't get distracted by all the people in front of her.
Zolfira, you arrive and see everything I had just described. What do you do?
So she is going to see Hesty. She's going to kind of skip over and be like, "Hi, how are you doing this morning?"
Hey there.
I'm Zolfira. I don't know if I've met you yet.
My name is Hesty, and how are you? Sorry, I'm a little
good.
wet. The rain got me.
Oh, well, it's okay. We're all getting it wet. It's raining. It happens.
Well, come have a seat with me, and we'll participate in this meeting together.
Yes, I can't wait to see what this meeting has to offer.
Did you hear about what it might be about?
Oh, I'm not real sure. I know Hardy's involved, so who really knows?
True.
Raiden, you arrive and see two people there, and Dennis is still putting out chairs, and it is raining. What do you do?
I'll stay near the back, and I'll find a tree, and I'll just lean against the tree. So I've got a little bit of cover and just have a wide angle over the whole area, even though there's only two people. But
okay. You got a good vantage point on the whole thing.
Mm.
Finn, you arrive and you see two people at the front. The orc is still putting up the chairs. What do you do?
So Finn will he'll be coming from the bookstore with a long, fully leaved branch, using it as an umbrella that he brought from his tree home. And he'll be scurrying along and see Dennis with absolutely no cover, just completely soaked, and he'll approach like, "Oh, hello, sir. I don't believe I've seen you since Topaz Bay, since our meeting. Here, let me give you some cover from the rain.
Oh, thank you. He picked a really rainy day to put all this together.
Well, I'm sure he's quite busy, and his schedule being what it is, it couldn't be helped. But
yeah, he's It's funny you say that because he's currently inside the forge there playing with his action figures. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Would you like any help?
Yeah, he's got an action figure called Nobody, and he's got an action figure called Nightwind, and he keeps putting them on and like riding. I don't know what he's talking about.
Would there be glitter involved?
You know, every time Nightwind appears, there's glitter all over his table, and then I gotta clean it. But he says cleaning the glitter is endearing.
Difficult to clean. Can I help set up at all?
You know, I'm probably done setting up because I don't think anybody else is really going to show. I mean, this thing is supposed to get started in like a couple of minutes, and there's no one else here. So looks like you four are the only ones here.
All right then, and I'll take a look and see the chairs up front, and spot Raiden in the back. Give him a wave, and I'll go take a seat in one of the front steps or the seats.
Hi, Finn. I'm Hesty, and this is Zalfara.
Yes, Zell and I have met, but first time seeing you. You must be new to town. I'm Finn Gillyroot, at your service.
Nice to meet you, sir.
If you'd like, you could come set and get a bit of shelter from the rain. Got this lovely branch here.
I fear I'll get you soaked if I do that.
Oh, very well.
At which point you'll all just kind of watch as Dennis walks off into the forge and comes out a few moments later, a couple beats later, with a very, very, very large umbrella holding it over a very small black cat that is walking along the ground that doesn't like the mud and is kind of getting stuck with every step. You know, I said I wanted to put up. Why couldn't we put out carpet here or something? You know, like something I could walk on. My feet wouldn't get stuck. You booked a town hall meeting in the rain with maybe 20 minutes notice. You get what you get. You know, that is. Okay, fine. And he's just gonna eventually go up, and he's gonna hop up on that stool on this very small makeshift stage. Okay, hello, everybody. Where are all the people? There's only 4 of you. And maybe, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is Pip? As he looks over and talks to Dennis. Dennis goes, I don't know. You lose him every day. Yeah, but we can't have meeting without Pip. We need Pip to be here to have a successful meeting. All of you give me a vigilance check.
18.
Okay.
10.
That is going to be a nat 20.
Ooh. What did Raiden?
Zolfira is paying attention.
Zolfira and Raiden, as Hardy gets up there and he starts asking, where is Pip? The two of you are going to see a very little red hat just kind of floating by, like tapping, walking by in front of the stage. This little red hat with a red feather sticking out of it. Just this little feather hat just kind of pacing by.
Is it like a pirate's hat or a pointy hat?
No, it's just like a red feather cap with a red feather hat with a long brim on it.
Am I seeing this? I only got a 6. Am I seeing this?
No, Raiden, you're not
No.
seeing this because it's really small and you're at the back, so you're not seeing it. This is like right up in the front. And what do the two of you do when you see this?
I'll kind of raise my hand, still kind of halfway in student mode. mode. Mr. Hardy, do you know why there's a floating hat?
Oh, that is Pip. Oh, you found him. Oh, excellent. Oh, Pip, come up on stage. Come up on stage. No, come up on stage. And before all of you, you will see as the kind of fading of magic kind of happens in front of you, revealing a very small little mouse wearing a red hat, standing up on its two legs, and it goes, "Oh, you need me on stage? Okay, yeah, sure." And he's gonna run up on stage. Okay, now that we have everybody, we can get started. This is firstly, everybody, you have now met Pip. This is little Pip. He is my scouting captain.
Hi, Pip.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, everyone. I'm Pip. You could call me Pip Trick, but you could my friends call me Pip. But my real name is Pip Trick. Thank you, Pip. Thank you. Okay, we don't need your life story anyway. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the deals. As you know, Brains has kind of taken back Brains Tavern, no longer my light heart. So we need new base of operations. And Pip here has been helping me with the search, but every time I send him out alone, he immediately gets lost because he likes shiny things. Yeah, I really like shiny things. Right. So the job I have for you today is you're going to help him go and locate new location. Excuse me. So you're going to go and help him find new location, traveling together. And we have a really exciting location here today. I was hoping to send all adventurers together, but they didn't show up, so they're not going to get involved in, how should I say, reward that comes at the end of this.
And what would that reward be?
Oh, piles and piles of hardy credits.
Piles.
Piles.
Okay.
Lots and lots and lots of hardy credits, okay? Have any of you heard of Faldir Castle? And you could all roll a history check to see if you remember.
It's a 19.
19.
Was that history?
History, yeah.
20. So dirty 20.
20.
I don't remember anything.
That is a 9.
12.
1.
So Finn, you would remember hearing of it. You know that it's a castle that is apparently long since abandoned, but it is located near Alnwick. So the town of Alnwick, it's actually right next to where there was a tree that was recently burnt down. So you would know that. Raiden, on the other hand, with your 20, you know that this is an old magical tower that was run by mages, and it is abandoned because of something going wrong. And it's a big do not go inside zone. It is incredibly dangerous. There's all kinds of magic inside of it that is kind of contained, and going in is incredibly risky.
Okay, so I'm going to push off the tree that I'm leaning against and walk forward and say, I know this place, and it's a death trap. There's all sorts of dangerous magic, and you have to be insane if you think that we're going to go inside there.
Yeah, but you get piles and piles of hardy credits. It is a perfect opportunity.
But there's nowhere to spend hardy credits.
Well, you spend hardy credits here, in like maybe 8 or 7 months from now.
I see you're playing the long game there, but I think we need some more immediate benefits to us.
Okay.
Potentially dying.
And Pip is gonna chime in. Wait a second. No, there's no hardy credits there. There's no hardy. No, shut up, Pip. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Let the mouse speak.
There's gold. It's abandoned gold. There's lots and lots of gold. Like chests and piles and chests of gold. Right. But we decided we weren't going to tell them that because, any gold they find on their adventure is property of Hardy. That is how it works. You weren't supposed to say that, little mouse.
Well, we could negotiate a cut.
What kind of cut?
A percentage. Like, you get 20 and we split up the rest.
As Hesty saying that, I unsheath my sword slightly.
Like cut with oh gosh, hopefully not cut with that sword, as he points as Pip points to Raiden.
A division.
Hardy not good with division math. Anyway, look, if you want to take some of the gold pieces, I really don't care, like 1 or 2, no more than 3. But realistically, we need to find a good spot for a base. And I think, Faldir Castle would be a really good spot. And Pip here has been there before, haven't you, Pip? Yeah, I've been there a whole bunch of times. Yeah. A lot of magic. Very scary.
And how do we know that the mouse isn't just immune to the magic traps because he's so small?
You'll give me a mysticism check. Oh, actually, all of you can do this.
14.
A measly 4.
I have an 8.
13.
On the 14 and 13, y'all would notice very much so as you're looking at this little mouse. He's very ghost-like. Like you could almost see through him. It's a little spectral mouse with a red hat on. The red hat is also spectral, but that's just this. That's you notice like, oh, he's not really all there, is he?
Oh, so he's Pip. Are you alive?
Of course I am. Oh my God, I used the wrong voice. Of course I'm alive. Yeah.
Then why are you see-through?
Oh, am I? I don't know. That kind of happens sometimes. It's a little weird.
Ben's going to get up and approach him and bend down and look at him closer to get a better look.
Okay.
I want to see what kind of magic it could be.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a mysticism check.
11.
On an 11, you don't fully recognize what this is. It's certainly something where this little spectral mouse is here, but ghost-like. It's very odd.
Pip, are you trans-dimensional? Are you in 2 places at the same time?
I tried to do that one time, and then like all of a sudden, like I just feel like I'm really tiny, and then I feel like I can like move through things, and like when people try to touch me, their hands just like go right through me, and I just I guess so. But trans-dimensional, what does that mean?
Well, that means you exist on 2 different planes of existence at the same time.
Oh, I mean, yeah, probably, yeah.
Transdimensional communications.
Fascinating.
So the mouse isn't triggering the death traps, but we will. So,
I mean, you could just
Zell?
walk right over them, Raiden. It's not a big deal. Like you just like you see the death trap and you step on it, and like nothing's gonna happen. It's totally fine.
to you, I don't exist on 2 separate dimensions, so I'll be very dead in this dimension. I don't know much about the magical defenses, but maybe Finn or Zell, you might know something that can get us past them, or if there's something in one of your books, Finn. But as it stands, we are it's a very, very dangerous place to be.
Well, Pip, you've been there before, yes? So you could point out the traps that you know about to us, and we could try to disarm them or bypass them somehow.
Totally. Yeah, I know where all the traps are. I found all of them one time I went through, but like at the end, I got so scared I had to run away.
But you wouldn't be harmed. What scared you?
Oh, I mean, it's just it's just scary. There's these big yellow eyes, and I thought it was scary, so I ran.
That doesn't
When
sound like a
When he
trap.
says, "Yeah, big yellow eyes," I'm going to look back at Raiden, kind of wide-eyed. Like,
I'm going to raise my eyebrows at Finn in a knowing look and say, okay, this is sounding worse by the second. How are we going to get there? How are we going to get in? And how are we going to get out? I'm assuming you don't have a plan for this, Hardy?
Well, I was just going to, kick you through a portal. You pop up on the other side. You could knock on castle door, or break in somehow. I would leave the rest to you. Go in, clear out magic, and then we'll set up base there.
Hey, Hardy, you know that fancy crystal you use to teleport around? Why don't you let us borrow it just in case bad things happen? We can get back.
That is a really good idea, but I'm going to say no. I'll take care of it for now, because if anybody else tries to use it or use it in the wrong way, they kind of disintegrate. So it's probably best to stay in my hands.
We'll just take you with us.
No, Pip is here. Pip is going with you. Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm a master scout.
I try and pick Pip up.
So, how do you go to pick him up?
Like scoop him up onto my hand, so like I can look him eye to eye, like.
So at first, if you go to touch him, and this is what's really interesting, if you go to touch him, your hand just kind of phases through him at first, but as you would stop and put your hand out, he'll climb onto your hand, and so then you can hold him.
Okay.
So you pick him up, and you're holding Pip.
All right. Okay. So I want to raise him up so that he's like eye to eye with me, and I'm going to say, "Do you really believe that you can get us in and out, avoiding all those traps?"
Do I believe that I can get us out and in? And yes.
But avoiding the traps.
Yes. He looks really confused, but he says yes. What is Sulfira doing?
Sulfira is just kind of sitting there taking it all in and trying to rack her brain for things that she knows about magical traps from school. Can I do like a history check for that, or would it be mysticism?
It would be either or. It's up to you.
Okay, well, they've both got the same modifier, and that's a 6, so I don't think I remember anything.
As you try to think of what could possibly be here, you don't know what the traps are. You don't even really know what the inside of this place would look like. So all of this seems pretty foreign to you.
Well, I know Raiden's taken care of us before, so I feel like we might be okay.
Oh, please, you're all experienced adventurers. You'll all be fine. And then at the end, you get, all the piles of Hardy credits.
Gold. We want the gold.
Right. Golden Hardy credits. That is, like gift cards. Yes.
It's going to be a 20-80 split with us getting the 80. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. Yes. No. I mean, whatever.
You said yes. I'm holding you
said
to
yes.
that.
Witness.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's make sure you can get there in 1, 2, 3 pieces. So anyway, you all ready to go?
Yeah, hopefully it's not raining there.
Oh, it is definitely raining there. It is perpetually raining there. So, okay.
This is a terrible idea, but
we're going to have so much fun. I am so excited. The last time I was there for like years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And then I got out and we're going to have a blast.
We need that.
I'm going to look at Pip. And I'm just going to say, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to shake my head and I'm going to put him up onto my shoulder. Lead the way.
And with that, Hardy is going to open up a green portal in front of you for you to walk through. What do you do?
I'll ready my sword and shield and walk through first to be the human shield.
Okay.
I'll follow Raiden.
I'll follow Finn.
All right. Hesty goes through as well.
Hesty goes through as well.
So all of you cross through and get to the other side, and immediately you notice that it's not raining at all. It is actually, it goes from being in the rain to back in Keldoris where the air feels different. It's just kind of a little bit more stale than it was before in eternity. And you see before you a very, very large castle overlooking a cliff of sorts, as it's built on the top of a hill, and there's like kind of a cliff there, and beyond is the ocean. As you look behind you, you'll see down the road a couple miles away is and down a long hill going down, you can see where the remnants of a destroyed tree are as you're looking straight down. And beyond that is the city of Almwick, which is bustling at this time. A lot of movement that you could tell from where you are. But you're up at this castle, and as you look in front of it, you just see that it's a very large, Gothic-looking castle in nature. Two very large stone doors at the front. No walls really around it. You're inside the walls already. What do you all do?
I'm going to ask Finn, Zell, do you have any way of detecting magic? Because there's definitely going to be some booby traps here. And despite what Pip here says, I would rather one of you be able to detect them than trying to trust him. Sorry, Pip.
I can surely try.
There are spells for that. I just haven't learned them. And Finn will lick his finger and hold it up to the air and kind of think of no, I don't think so.
Give me a mysticism check on that.
I got a 2.
Sulfira, you do not know if there are any traps here.
Appropriately, nat 1.
Oh, yeah. The wind is coming from every direction, Finn, so you can't even tell which way the wind is blowing.
While they're doing that, I'm going to be like...
What are we licking fingers? And Pip does it as well.
I'm quite sure if we approach anything magical and sort of use our senses, we might be able to detect magical energies if they're strong enough.
Okay, well then, if we can't do it, then Pip, what's up next?
Well, so the first thing we got to do is go in through the big front door.
And how do we get in the big front door, Mr. Pip?
I just go walk through it.
Well, we have
we've got a solidity problem, is what
yes,
we've got.
thank you.
Oh, if you walk at walls, you can't go through them?
No.
Can you take things with you? Do you ever pick things up and take them through walls with you?
I have a lot of trouble doing that if I try to carry something through like a door or a wall. So normally I just don't, because it's really hard for me to pick things up. It takes like a lot. Like I get a headache if I try to pick things up.
Okay. No, we don't want that. So
Ben will remember Hardy saying we just go to the door and knock on it. So Finn's just going to walk up and start knocking on the door to see if it opens.
No,
Okay.
that's always good.
As you approach the door now, from the distance that you guys are at now, it's like a sunny day. But Finn, as you start approaching the castle, all of a sudden for you this perception of kind of like darkness begins to overtake the area in the sky, it just like immediately starts to get a little dark. And the closer and closer you get to this castle, the more grim it kind of becomes. And you step up and knock on the door, and the opposing door opens.
I'll look back at the party with a smile on my face, like thumbing toward it, like, hey, yeah.
What do all of you do? The door is now open.
I'll say, let me go through first. And I walk through with my shield up. Is it dark inside, or can I see anything? Or
as you step inside, you see what looks like very, very old castle grounds here. It is rather dark, but there is a little bit of light coming through, and you'll also notice that there are windows up above that is bringing in what looks like moonlight, which is interesting because as you're outside, there's the sun, but as you step in here, now there's moonlight coming in. It is dark outside, and you can see the night sky above you. All around you, it's like stone floors and stone walls, but they're covered in cobwebs and dirt and like just dust. It looks like nobody's come in here in a long, long time. To the north, you see that there's a spiral staircase, a stone spiral staircase going up, and it looks like that's going up to the highest tower. To the west, it looks like there's a hallway going down, and to the right, there is 2 large wooden doors. And as you step inside, you could just kind of get this feeling like there is very clearly some kind of presence here, though you do not know exactly what it is.
Can we see the starlight? Like with the moon, is it cloudy or can we see stars?
Are you still outside or do you step inside?
Inside.
You step inside. As you step inside and you look up, what looks very interesting is that looking up and into this skyline, the way that the stars are shaped, the colors that they give off, the brightness of these stars themselves looks incredibly different to the skylines that you are familiar with.
I don't think we're in Alnwick anymore. I'll be pointing up, like, to the sky.
Alfira hears that and just kind of like skips up, like super curious, and looks up where Finna's pointing. You're like, huh, apparently not.
So is the doorway a portal?
What's that?
Or
So Hesty,
a doorway or a portal?
I don't know.
All doors are portals, but not all portals are doors, if that makes sense.
Oh, my brain is confusing now.
So Hesty goes up to the door, and before she goes in, she checks out the door and the doorway. Can I see anything special?
Roll a mysticism check.
And that's +1, I think. Yeah. 8.
On an 8, Hesty, as you step up and you're taking a look at this, there is very clearly some kind of a magical aura that is split between where you were standing versus on the inside of the door. There's something there, but you don't know anything about what it would be. There's some kind of magical energy it's giving off there.
The glasses are foggy. Darn it. Well, I guess I go in with the rest of the party.
And as you step inside, the door behind you closes.
Of course.
And that's not ominous at all. Pip, where's this gold?
All right, so I think it's in the basement, but I don't like going in the basement because that's where the big googly eyes are. And they're big and yellow and scary, and they move really quick, and they just bounce around the room, and it's really dark, and I got really scared, so I ran out. But I don't think you guys are going to be able to get in because I had to just like walk through a lot of walls to get there. I think you guys are gonna have to go and do some other things first to like open up the door.
Well, guys, we have the stairs, we have a hallway, and we have wooden doors. Where do y'all want to go?
Where
Which direction is the treasure?
Treasure's straight down.
So there's a staircase going up.
Everybody give me a vigilance check.
Oh, no.
That is a 15.
13.
10.
16.
16 and 15, as you're all looking around, you see the same pathways that I had described earlier. There's the stairway, the hallway, and the two double doors. But as you're looking around this room here, and you're looking closer at the wall and the fixtures here, it looks like there's clearly something built into a floor here, and the floor itself is a door that will open.
Or do we see the seams or?
Yes, you see the seams that it looks like there are 3 indicators, one for each of the pathways, and then that would cause this to open and reveal a pathway down.
Okay, I'm going to start sort of shuffling my foot over the edge to try and reveal like the seam a bit more and say, does anyone else see something in the floor?
Yeah, I do see that. Is it like a trap door? Or I see these points, but I'm not sure where else to look to open it.
Can I do an investigation check to see what kind of door it is?
Sure.
One.
On a 1, you see nothing out of the ordinary.
Awesome.
So can I do an investigation check also?
Surely.
I got a 15.
On 15, Hesty, as you're looking around, you'll see that the actual floor itself, the entirety of the floor, is designed to move. And you'll also notice that around the 3 passageways through this place, there are little torches that are not lit.
Oh, hey guys, we've got some torches on the walls here. Should we try to get some light?
Yes. I cast fireball at the closest one.
I should also discern that there are actually different torches all over that are lit, illuminating the building. It's just that there are 3 very clear iron torches that are by the entry points to these locations that are not lit. But Zelfira, you cast fireball.
Yes.
On one of the unlit torches. A fireball ignites from your hands, flies, hits one of these iron torches, which ignites for just a second and then immediately snuffs itself out.
Oh, can I go check out the 3 torches and investigate those?
You can.
As Zell starts to cast her fireball, and I go, wait! Oh.
So is that another investigation check?
Yes.
11.
On an 11, you see that the ways that are identified, the 2 double doors, the staircase, and that hallway, that there is very clearly a torch placed next to each of them. That is unlit. There is 1 unlit torch next to each of them, 3 in total.
Do they look like levers or twisties or anything like that?
After just seeing Zelfira light one, they are definitely torches, but there is something that snuffed out the flame.
Can I pick one up?
As you try to pick one up, you realize it is very much bolted into the wall, and you can't remove it.
So, are you saying that the open pathways have unlit torches?
Yes.
Or maybe we need to light all 3 of them at the same time, or if we swap them for lit torches, a different pathway will open up. Or
Well, I mean, actually, I seen like in some of the other rooms, there's other torches that are just like that. It looks like, I think down there, there's another one. Down there, there's another one. And over there, there's another one, pointing to all three of the locations.
Do they
So-
do anything?
I mean, I never lit them, but like, I think they do something.
Like?
I don't know. I never seen them do nothing. I just walked throughout the wall, so I'd see everything.
the other torches that are lit, can they be removed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, guys, how about we take a torch each and time it and light the torches at the same time and see if that does anything?
Absolutely.
Okay. Zolfira,
You happy with that, Finn?
Oh, sure. I didn't know. I don't know if I can reach them as well as you all.
I'm going to grab a torch.
That's okay, little buddy. So Zolfira just like skips up to the closest torch and takes it off the wall.
And you all collectively time it and try to light them.
Yes.
Yes.
And as you all light these torches at the same time together, you will watch as all three of the torches ignite. And you feel beneath you as the ground itself begins to shake and move for a split second before all of them extinguish.
Maybe we need to do that again.
Or maybe there's a specific order they need to be lit in. Shall we each try and light our torch first and see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, shall we
But there's more torches.
You said there were 3.
Yeah, but then there's another one down each of the paths.
Well, at the end of the corridor.
Right. Like down there, there's another one down there, the hallway. There's one all the way at the tippy top of the stairs. And then over there on the other side of those doors, there's more.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we think? Do we think
Raiden
We have-
getting stressed is the best.
I'm
Well,
like, this
if
mouse.
if we have a torch that's unlit on each area, so one is in front and one is in back, we may need to light. That might be for those specific areas to light. So they might not be related, but we have to light each one two, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try it with my corridor first. So I'm gonna cast Fireball at where I think the torch is down the hall and like light mine above me.
Okay. Do you look down the hallway first?
Yes.
As you look down Zolfira, you take a look down the hallway, and as you could see at the end of this hallway, there seems to be a torch hanging on the wall. But as you see it, it feels like something happens and the entire hallway itself extends and just starts flying for miles. And as you cast your fireball, you'll watch as your fireball flies through this hallway, getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it flies far away from you before eventually extinguishing. What do you do?
Well, that's just no fair. This hallway just like expanded and my fireball didn't work.
Well, don't get down on yourself. Try again. I'll go down the hallway with you. I'm switching between voices again. I'm using the wrong voices again.
The voice is in your head.
The voices in my head are getting out.
David just slowly goes insane throughout the episode.
Like, oh, Hardy is always. If I do Hardy on, this is an aside, but like if I do Hardy on any of these streams, it's very hard for me to do other characters because that Hardy voice is so dominant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben's going to go up to the top of the windy staircase and kind of look down on everything to see if maybe something makes more sense.
Ben, you start walking up the stairs, and on each step, you kind of feel like there's a shift in the floor, and it's a stone staircase, and it's also very steep, and you're going to notice that after each step, the stairs themselves seem further away each time. But as you look up, you could see that at the top here, there's another torch. There's another one of those iron torches up there. What do you do?
Do the steps get so far apart that I will eventually get stopped by the height of them?
For you, yes. What do you do?
Well, the first thing I do is realize halflings probably didn't live here. And from wherever I am on the steps, I'll call down to everyone. Say, the staircase is strange. I'm not tall enough to get to the very top. The steps get gradually higher, each one. Someone else is going to have to try to get up there.
Or you could work together. Like I don't know, if you get on his shoulders, or if he holds you up, then you might be able to reach it.
I cast telekinesis on him and float him up to the top.
Zolfira, do you go up the stairs to help him out?
Yes.
So Finn, for an instant, you feel yourself lift off the ground as Zolfira casts telekinesis on you, and you start floating up to the torch.
Bit of warning next time. And I'll grab onto the railing around the staircase to kind of guide myself up toward the torch.
It's like fizzy lifting drinks.
Yeah, I was to say, yeah, it's like Willy Wonka. I just get stuck at the top of the castle for the rest of the session.
So Hesty will go over to the bottom torch by the staircase.
Okay.
Ready for when the other two are at the top.
Okay, Finn, you float up and you guide yourself up, and Zolfira holds that telekinesis on you to keep you moving, and you get to the torch, and it's right in front of you. What do?
Well, I'm going to grab onto it, for one, so that I don't go anywhere else.
Okay.
Could you cancel the spell, please, Zell?
Okay, yeah. Take telekinesis off, so he's just hanging in the torch.
And I'm going to examine the torch really closely.
As you look at it, you'll see, even without rolling, you'll know it's identical to the ones that are unlit downstairs. They look exactly the same.
I'll look for any sort of mechanism on them, or if they have moving parts, any markings on them that may indicate what they do.
You can roll either a security check for that or a mysticism check.
It's the same bonus either way. 12.
On a 12. Finn, as you're poking around, looking at it, looking for mechanisms and such, you look inside of the torch head here, and it's not lit. There's no fire coming off of it, and what you see is a very strange but very interesting blue dust inside, clearly magical. You realize that instantly. There's some kind of magical blue dust inside of this torch that is unlit. What do?
I'll grab a handful of it and pull it out.
Okay.
And there's some sort of magic dust in these torches. I know it'll be a bit hard to see, but I'll try to show them from up top. Can I tell what it might be made out of?
On a 12, you wouldn't know exactly what it is other than it's some kind of magic dust. If
Okay.
Can I shout up and say, is it the residue of some sort of spell or?
Not quite sure.
While we hold there, jumping back down, where is Zelfira? Because you're no longer casting the telekinesis. What are you doing right now?
I imagine that I'm just kind of waiting on the staircase wherever I met with Finn. So I'm just like waiting and looking up at him, trying to think of what this magic dust could be.
Okay. And where's Hesty?
Hesty's pondering getting into and looking in the torch where she is to see if she can get some of the dust that he's talking about.
As Hesty, as you look down, you'll see there is definitely some magical dust inside of this torch as well.
Can I investigate that?
Yes. Or yes.
Ooh, I got a 19.
19. It's actually rolling a mysticism instead. So 19
Oh.
plus whatever.
Then that's a 20.
20.
20.
Hesty, as you look down, you recognize that this is magical arcane dust. It is used by wizards and mages and conjurers in spells. And that must mean that all of these torches are spell linked. They're connected. There's clearly some kind of sustaining spell linking these torches.
But I don't know how to make it work. Darn it.
So to be clear, you've now seen the 3 in the base chamber. You see 1 at the top of these stairs that are hard to climb. You see 1 in that never-ending hallway. And then there's the double doors that you haven't checked yet. But you now know that all of these torches are linked. So collectively, jumping back to Finn, what do you do?
Did Hesty share the information about the dust?
Yeah,
Oh.
Hesty, would you tell the team?
Hey guys, these torches all have. Now I can't remember all the things you said. Damn, darn it.
It's arcane dust. I can just say, all you have to say is, I tell the team, and like, yes,
I tell the team.
There you go.
Perfect. Yep.
Thank you.
So, do we think that we need to light all 6 at the same time, or can we do them in pairs? Like what?
It's going
How
to
do
take
you-
some sort of magic to light them.
What if you try to light this one up here? Like Finn, if you try like that, what happens? Did you try?
I'll look at Pip. No, I haven't. I'll cast fireball, just a small ball of fire in my hand,
Controlled
and just
fire.
hold it. Yep, and hold it to the torch.
And Finn, as you're looking over this torch and you ignite a little fireball and hold it over, you watch as the torch itself just lights up. And whereas before and downstairs you guys had thrown fire at it and it was a regular fire, Finn, as you connect your fire with this, you see a blue flame ignite out of it. Down on the bottom, Hesty, at the same time, simultaneously,
Woo! Don't singe the bangs.
a blue fire pops out of that torch, and it remains lit as both remain constant.
Just the 2.
Just the 2.
I'm gonna have to go down this corridor. Darn it. Okay. I'm gonna yell up at Ben. Are you ready to come down, buddy?
Sure.
Okay. Cast telekinesis. All right, let go.
Oh
I'll
God.
position myself underneath him just in
Yeah.
case
Thank you.
Zell
Yeah.
lets go.
Great, and as you run forward, hands out, you'll see that on your shoulder, Pip is doing the same thing, trying to catch him as well. Yeah, Zolfira, you bring Finn down using telekinesis, and you all reach back down to the bottom. And to be clear, as you're all looking up the stairs, none of you would have been able to climb up this. It is a flat wall, and it turns from stairs into just flat wall until you can't really reach. So none of you would have been able to do it yourselves alone. And so all of you are back down on the bottom. You've successfully lit one of these main chamber torches. And as you've done that, you will hear as the building seems to be shifting, moving, making some kind of sounds. Something seems to be in a way coming to life. And so what do all of you do?
I'm going to go check out the doors.
The Star Wars trash compactor scene comes to mind right now. That's all I can think of.
Yes.
Can I do like a visual check of this hallway before heading down it?
So as you were over by the stairs, as you go back over to the hallway, once again, it looks like the torch is right there. And then, but the longer you stare at it, the further it becomes, or it just starts to stretch for miles.
Huh.
And we see this at the same time, or is it?
If you're all looking, you'll all see the same thing, that this hallway starts off. It's like it's right there. I see it, and then it just begins to fly back, and the hallway extends.
Do we know that it's related to us looking at it? Like if we stop looking at it, does it come back?
What do you do? Do you blink?
I want to tell everyone to look away, and then maybe use my shield as the mirror side of my shield as like a reflection to see if I can see down the corridor like that.
Do you all follow the instruction?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all turn away, and Raiden, you Medusa turn yourself around, look in the reflection of your shield. You see that the torch is right there. It's not moving.
What? It's close.
It's close.
Okay, so I can see I can see the torch through the reflection of my shield. So if one of you can close your eyes, I can guide you down to the torch, and we might be able to light it.
I can. So the Zolfira just kind of like dips her pointy hat down a little bit and closes her eyes just in case.
Oh, I'll do the same. And Pip pulls his hat over his eyes too.
So I'll guide Zell down the corridor, step by step, left a bit, right a bit, until she gets down to the end, and guide her hand to the torch to light it. Okay.
So Fira, you the two of you work together, and in tandem you move yourselves down this very actually short hallway. It's only a couple of steps before Zolfira. You feel as Raiden puts your hand on the torch, and you feel it. What do you do?
I'm just gonna kind of feel up to the top where I know that the powder is gonna be, and I do the same kind of fireball move where I just cast it in my hand and then touch it to the torch.
And back in the rest of the room, Finn and Hesty, you'll see as a little blue flame ignites on there.
Teamwork really does make the dream work.
Yes. Zolfira is just gonna kind of like look up again and skip back out the hallway.
And I'll walk back. I'll walk back behind, not as enthusiastically as Elle.
And you all get back to the main chamber, and now, as you would, if you were to look down that hallway again, the hallway doesn't move anymore. It just stays there, and you just see the little flame on the torch ignited, and the flame in the chamber is also ignited as well. So now you have 2 of 3 main chamber torches lit. And there's still the double doors, and Hesty was going over to look at those doors. Hesty, what do you do as you open the door? Or do you are approaching the doors, what do you do?
Well, do I investigate the doors? Are they locked? Are they unlocked?
Roll a security check for that.
All right. 2.
On a 2, you look down at it, and it's 2 doors. It's 2 wooden doors, and you know nothing else other than there's this it's pull open doors. That's it.
Well, I guess we pull open the doors, or at least try.
You pull open the doors?
I try.
Okay. You pull open the doors, and they succeed. You successfully pull the doors open, and you see inside is a completely separate room. It's a ballroom.
Oh. Oh, am I properly dressed?
There is no one in here. It's a dark ballroom. There are a couple of torches lit up in the area, and it looks like there are tables, like this was some kind of nice ballroom, but the tables are very much knocked over and overturned of sorts, and there is a torch in here, but it's on the other side of the room. What do you all do collectively?
Hey guys, I got the door open. Come check this out. We have another torch to light. But it's way over there.
Let's see what tricks this room has to offer us.
Hey, Raiden, as a little mouse hands, he puts his little paws on your face to get your attention. Raiden, hey, there's something in the room, so like just be careful. You know, you wanted me to tell you if there was like some kind of danger or something. I don't know if it's danger, because like it never did or said anything mean to me. It doesn't hurt me, but like there's definitely something in this room.
Thanks, Pip. Do you know, is it something big or is it something small?
It's something, it reminds me of myself sometimes. It's like just kind of like like a spooky, but it's not like a spooky. Like I'm not spooky, but it's a spooky.
Remind you of you as in it can phase through stuff?
Right, it can phase through stuff.
Right, that's good to know, thanks. Did everyone hear that?
Everyone would have heard that. He's just telling you. Because he's hanging on, he's sitting on your shoulder.
So Pip, does it talk?
I mean, it goes
like you?
Sometimes it says like, ooh.
Oh, not the friendly ghost from the tower. Okay. Can I do a mysticism check on this room?
Yes. Okay. Zolfira, are you still in your main chamber, or do you step inside?
I'm still in the main chamber, just looking in.
Okay. Mysticism.
That's a 3.
You see nothing out of the ordinary.
I see nothing.
It's the ballroom.
Can I do one also?
Are you inside the room, or are you in the main chamber?
I'm at the door. I opened the doors.
So you're still okay. Go ahead.
I'm looking in. So that'll be 14.
On a 14, Hesty, as you're looking around, looking in this room, are you everything I had described before, the knocked over tables, the torch on the other side, you'll just see very quickly and very briskly, almost to hide itself, you watch as there's just kind of shift of something moves just along the way of the floor before disappearing from vision.
Like a shadow?
More like it's less of a shadow and more like a magical wave just kind of moves through.
Okay.
There's clearly something in here.
I'm going to channel my inner Zell and just say, let's just do it, and just walk across the threshold of the room. And
Finn will follow Raiden in holding his belt.
Okay. Followed, just like
as you all enter into this room, you see that there's a torch on the other side, and as you make your way across, you get to the stage. You see nothing out of the ordinary. You see nothing here except for everything I've just described. And Raiden, Pip is once again going to get your attention. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Do you see it?
Do I see it?
And you could see he's like trying to like point in a direction, like behind you on the stage. There's this ballroom dance floor. And he's pointing. Do you see it? It's right there.
Right, so I'll look over there, but what do I see? Do I see any? Do I actually see it, or is it?
As you turn your head to look, there's nothing there.
All right. So I trust you, Pip, but I can't see anything.
Oh, it's like all sparkly, glowy, and you could just kind of see it. It looks like it looks like you and you I don't know. It looked like a person.
Is it
All
like
right.
a performer?
Oh, they're dancing.
Where's the music?
I don't know. I don't hear any music, but they look like they're dancing. It looks like they're dancing like on stage and like on this ballroom floor. But like
Do
there's
we
no one
have
else
to-
there.
Do we have to do a dance off?
I don't know, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
Can Pip, can you tell me? Can you guide me to where one of them is, like on the stage or on the dance floor?
Right. So I just and he's gonna Pip is gonna ratatouille this and try to guide you. By pulling on your clothes, he's gonna try to move you into place.
Okay.
And, yeah, he'll move you into a place. If you follow along, he's like,
I'll
okay, there's
let
one
him lead me.
right in front of you. There's dancing.
It's dancing.
Oh, it's dancing, yeah. But you can't see anything. You see nothing else other than what Pip is describing to you.
Like, how is it dancing? Like, is it ballroom dancing? Like, is it
Yeah, it's ballroom dancing.
like? Can I just like mime dancing around? Just I have no idea.
Let
there's
Pip
anything
take the
there.
reins.
Yeah, just let Pip steer me.
Give me a
As if I'm-
performance check. And while Raiden's doing this, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm quietly moving over, looking for the other torch, but I don't have fire that I can light it with. So I guess I'm motioning to Zell to come with me so we can go light the other torch.
Hesty and Zell, do you follow?
Yeah.
As the two of you move over to the other torch, you'll notice something as you look down inside of it. Unlike the last two, which were blue, and even the other one connected to this chamber was blue. As you look down, you'll see that it's red.
Is this the right torch?
What did Raiden get on the performance check?
I don't have performance on my sheet, so I don't know what the.
Oh, it's a
Persuade?
athletics. My bad.
Athletics. All right. So I
That
got
is
a
an
12.
athletics.
I got a 12 then.
Okay, on a 12, Raiden, you start dancing and following along to what Pip is doing, trying to motion you in different ways. He's like, oh no, the other left foot. It's the other left foot. Try that one there. Over with Zafira and Hesty. As Raiden is doing this, you watch as you look down and you'll see inside of the torch, the red is changing color. It's more of a purple, but it's not fully blue. It's just the more that Raiden dances, the more that it starts to shift in color.
Oh, Raiden, keep dancing. Dance.
That's the first time anyone has ever said that to me.
Hesty gets her bat out and starts tapping the floor to put a beat in.
Give me.
Finn's gonna run up on stage and mimic Raiden's moves to the best of his ability.
All of you that are
Yes.
dancing or contributing, give me an athletics check.
10. But I'm just the drummer.
just tapping along. What did Finn get?
This would be the one time I roll well. A 19.
Okay, Raiden.
I got to do another one.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
We are
Zafira.
professional dancers.
Zafira on deck. Zafira, as you're looking down inside this torch and you watch as your team all kind of comes together, putting on this little performance. For a split second, you'll see as a vision of like life is kind of flashed into this room, and for an instant it looks like you see a 100 different people here, all looking different. It's like a memory of sorts, like a flashback to something that you've seen before. And interesting for you, and what you'll notice right away is they are all wearing magical hats.
Yes.
And you'll see that Raiden and Finn are dancing with these people, and it seems to be lighting up the room of sorts. And as you look back at the torch, it is completely blue in color. What do you do?
I light it. The second it turns blue.
So, Fira, you light the torch and it ignites. And from the peripheral view that you have, you'll see that the main chamber torch also ignites. And with that, for all of you that are dancing and participating in this, for just like a split second, you'll see the same thing that I just described to Selphira, as you see that there are all of these people that were here. And then it settles. And Pip is like, that was really cool. We did really
amazing.
good. You guys did so good. Like, that was awesome. It looks like they were just looking for dancing partners.
Happy dancing.
I love it.
Happy to help.
And as that kind of comes to a close and begins to calm, you'll all hear, as from the main chamber, there's clearly movement, and the ground itself begins to shift and move again. What do you all do?
I'm gonna walk back into that main chamber and take a peek.
Yeah, same.
And as you walk back into the main chamber, you'll see before you, as the floor itself has shifted and condensed and moved down to reveal, as there's just stairs going down from every angle. It's just a collage of stairs moving down before you, and then a very large stone door on the bottom.
So I'm gonna walk out. Whoa!
Watch your step.
It looks like that did something.
Oh yeah, but that's the door there. On the other side is a big googly glowy yellow eyes, and it's very scary.
Don't worry, Pip. Big googly-eyed monsters are our specialty.
Yes.
Okay. And do all of you come back to the main chamber? You would all
Yes.
see this. What do you do?
Zelfira just kind of like starts skipping down in this weird, like amphitheater style staircase.
Raiden's just gonna embrace the chaos.
Hold,
and go start walking
hold
down.
on a bit, Zell. We don't know if it's trapped.
Oh, true. I stop like in mid-step.
Pip, what do you know?
I know that when you open the door, or well, for me, I just kind of walk through the door. When you open the door and go inside, it is going to be completely like dark in there, and like I can't even see. And all there is these glowing yellow eyes that move around really quickly.
Are there any traps on the way down to the door?
No, I don't remember if there's any traps. I just know that there's the big scary eyes.
Can I roll a mysticism check to check?
You could try. I don't know what you would see yet, because you're not there. You're not fully there yet to see.
Oh, well, I'll wait till I'm there.
Let's go down to the door and open it and see if we can't lure out the creature first before we decide whether to head in or not. Does that sound
So, yeah,
okay to everyone?
Okay.
as Raiden starts to go down, Finn's going to grab his belt again behind him and pull out his mage's staff and keep it at the ready.
So before everybody goes through the door, can I do a barrier? Cast a barrier on them? Just in case.
you could. The thing is with a barrier, it sustains in one place where you're standing. So if you're all moving, it
won't
would
stay with us.
It's those are like meant for like in combat, or like just as combat's about to start, you could just boom, throw a barrier up, like in the moment kind of thing, like right before combat starts.
Okay.
Zafira, yes.
So, Raiden, open the door. Hesty, cast a barrier.
If I
But
open the
I
door,
have fireball.
if I open the door and Zell and Finn are positioned within 5 squares of me, so that if anything jumps out at me, they can attack it. That might be the best position to take to start with. And
so you'll set up here. In which case, barrier would work if you're going to just anchor point here and try to choke point this thing.
So Finn will have his wizard staff pointed underneath Raiden's shield like a lance, ready to just fire a firebolt or lightning bolt at whatever there
That's
is.
pretty dang cool. Y'all are
lift
pretty
it
smart.
lift it up just a little bit so that Finn can slide it through the hole and push on the door or pull on the door, whatever needs to happen.
Pip is
I have my bat, but I'm doing my spell too.
Which actually you don't have the statistics yet first. So if you use it, I will give them to you in the moment.
Okay.
The cat bat.
Yes, the hardy +1 hardy mallet.
Yes.
It made a good dance beat.
Yes.
It did. That
And
contributed to my 20.
Is it +2 against Dennis?
No, Dennis is the one that uses it. Because Hardy doesn't have thumbs to hold
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Fair.
All right, then I'll bang on the door or whatever I've got to do.
Do you open the door or do you bang on the door?
I'll try and push it open or pull it open, whatever needs to happen.
Okay, so to recap, you've got all of you have taken a chokehold point on this door as you're opening it. Hesty, you cast and you sustain barrier. Everybody roll vigilance checks for a combat phase.
I can't help but think that this glowy-eyed creature is just a cat.
17.
Doesn't have very good
2.
rolls today. That's a 6.
19.
19. Finn. 2. Raiden. 6. Sophia. And what did Hesty get?
17.
17. Awesome.
I'm hoping we switch the lights on and it's an elephant.
A gentle elephant. We don't need trampled.
The elephant in the room is real.
And as you all open the door, and you'll see that what Pip had meant by there's no light is that there is no light inside of it. But as the door opens, the light from here begins to cast and shine inside. And you see at the other end of this kind of short hallway is what looks like a very large statue. Very large statue of sorts in the shape of a person. Zelfira, give me a history check real quick.
Alrighty. That is a 5.
On a
I
5,
know nothing.
Zelfira, the only thing you recognize on this large statue, which is currently, it's just standing in place at the end of this hallway, looking at all of you. The only thing you'll recognize about it is that it is wearing a pointy hat.
I wonder if they went to Grandview.
And as you're
Let's focus.
Go ahead. What do you do before we jump to combat?
Can I do an investigation check for the room or the statue just to see if anything else jumps out? Or
as you go ahead, give me an investigation check.
that's only an 8, so no.
On an 8, you're standing there, you're all at the ready. Even as you look over, you'll see even Pip is like just has his fists up like he's ready. Like the first time he has a little bit of confidence because seeing all of you get together. And as you're all standing there on the other side, you're just going to watch as the statue itself begins to illuminate yellow lights from its eyes. And then it takes a step forward, and then another step forward, and then another step forward. And it just raises its hands very slowly, very kind of robotic like, but it's very clearly some kind of stone statue, and holds its hands out as it is going to attack you, as magic begins to illuminate from its palms. But it cannot go first as it is not its turn because we are in combat. Finn, you are the first to go. What do you do?
I'm going to shout, Golem! And fire a, let's do my arcane projectile.
So you launch a bomb down the thing. Okay. I think that's a D10.
Yes. 9.
Okay, you will all see as Finn, before the creature can, or before this thing can even attack you, Finn launches an arcane projectile at it, which flies down the hallway and hits right into this thing, exploding like a firework on top of it, dealing 9 damage. As the dust begins to settle for just a second, you'll see that there are now cracks on the statue itself, revealing underneath from where those little cracks are, because that was a really powerful hit, that there seems to be some kind of magical energy pulsing through this statue. As you see, like bluish light, like neon blue light kind of inside of this. And now it's Hesty's turn. Hesty, you are sustaining the barrier. You've sustained the barrier for the first turn. What do you do?
I have to do another barrier to keep it up, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's do that. And there's not really anything I can throw at it or do. Can I check out the room more to see what else is in the room?
From where you're standing, you wouldn't see any more of the room. All you would really see is the statue blocking the path and the hallway itself. At most, give me an investigation check, but you'd have to roll really, really high. Watch this be a nat 20.
18.
Okay, there you go. On an 18, you could see, you see past it that there's a column behind the statue, but to the left and right of that leads into another chamber, and you can very faintly see what looks like wooden chests lining the walls.
Ooh, okay. I share that with everybody, that information, for sure. And then I did the barrier. I don't think I can do anything else.
I think that's it for your turn. Jumping over to the statue's turn, the statue just regains its standing and then holds its hands up and goes to shoot twice. And it is going to launch fire, arcane attacks onto Finn and Raiden. Let's see how it does. And remember, you guys have +1 to whatever your armor rating is because of Hesty's barrier. It is +1. It should be +1, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, +1. So, Raiden, you are going to get struck for 4 damage.
All right, so that's only 1.
Blast for 4 damage. Finn, another hand comes up to blast you. You take 3 damage, but remember, minus whatever the armor rating is and the barrier.
Got it.
And that is it for the statue's turn as it stands upright in front of you, blocking your pathway and holding its hands out, ready to attack again on its next turn. And with that, it is Zolfira's turn. You just watched as 2 of your party members got blasted.
Okay, so at this point, is it within 3 squares of me, or is it still pretty far away?
Oh, no, it's within 3 squares, yeah.
Okay. Seeing that Finn did an arcane projectile and it worked pretty well, I'm going to do the same thing. And that is going to be a 5.
Okay, you'll all see as Zolfira, boom, shoots another arcane projectile, which is going to hit it in the shoulder, exploding on impact, and just basically dusting away, turning to dust parts of this thing's shoulder. And you'll see as there's almost like some kind of a skeleton of sorts, but not really a skeleton, just like magical energy holding this thing together from the inside, totally revealed by the breaking of that shoulder. And then it is Raiden's turn.
Right. If I move, I'm going to be outside of the barrier, right?
If you, yeah. Where you are
Alright.
all placed, it's within an adjacent space of Hesty.
So I'm just gonna use shield fortify and increase my armor for 1 rotation.
Okay, yeah. So you are boom, ready and able to sustain damage. Jumping back, we are at the top of rotation 2. Finn, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my racial ability, Fade, and disappear from the combat for 1 rotation. See if I
Okay.
can get a sneak attack on this thing.
Okay. Hesty, we are back to your turn as you watch as Raiden holds up his shield to kind of protect himself and all of you, and Finn fades away, unable to be seen or attacked in combat now. What did you do?
Well, I have to renew the barrier. So let's do that. And then since I have no projectiles and I'm nervous and I'm just excited and eager to hit things, I'm going to tap my bat on the ground and just beat it like a drum, like a war drum.
Yes.
Casey
Boom,
Jones
boom,
style.
Boom, boom,
See,
boom, boom, boom.
Raiden's head and shield bumping up and down with the beat.
On your shoulder, Pip is like, why are you rocking back and forth?
Sorry, buddy.
I'm hanging on. And it is the statue's turn. And the statue now, with its 2 attacks, is going to, whereas 2 hands were stretched out before, it can no longer see Finn. So it points it both at Raiden.
Sorry.
However, it's going to kind of come out in your favor as you're only going to take 8 damage. But with all of your fortification and barrier and armor, I think that's going to be like 2.
It's 1 total hit for 8 rather than 2.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, so with my that's only 3 damage. So
You'll watch as these like blasts hit Raiden, and it seems like it's incredibly powerful, but he just kind of holds it off through the barrier and the shield. The shield itself looks very much singed and burnt, and it will need to be cleaned after the this adventure is continued.
Raiden just does
completed.
the shoulder brush. Try again.
Which takes us to Zolfira. It's your turn.
All right. Before I do any attacks, can I do like a mysticism check to see if there's any weaknesses with this arcane being statue thing?
Sure.
All right. That is a 7. I know nothing.
On a 7, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. The only thing you would know is that whatever y'all are doing now is working.
Okay. So I'm gonna arcane projectile again for 4.
You launch another 4. Where on this thing's body would you be striking it?
I'm kind of aiming center mass.
Right for its gut area. And yeah, as you shoot, another boom, a projectile, little firework of magic explodes on the creature as more dust and rocks just fall off of it, revealing more of this magical energy inside, almost like you're destroying its like armor in and of itself, making it more vulnerable. And with that, it is Raiden's turn.
okay, I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'm going to shield up, hold the line, and say, "It's weakening! It's weakening!"
It's working. Now this is pod racing, folks. Finn, you're at the top of rotation 3. It's your turn.
So while I'm faded, can I move?
Yeah, you could move. You just it's until I think it's the end of your of this turn. It should say.
I mean, 1 battle rotation. So I started it. So
So right. So now you are we are now started. So you are now visible again. The fadeaway disappears.
So could I have moved last turn when I activated it?
Yes, you have an action and a movement.
Okay, because I wanted to try to get close to it.
You're within 2 squares of it from where you're standing because it's
Can I
trying to like come down the hallway. And
Can
you
I
guys
get
are
behind it?
I will let you do a security check to try to get around it.
How about flank it? Would that be easier to get to the side?
It's more or less it's in a tight hallway. You could flank it because there's a square adjacent to it that you can step to.
Okay, let's do that, and then arcane projectile.
Okay.
If
Where
it
are
ain't
you
broke-
targeting the arcane projectile?
I am going to, well, I'm going to try to target an area that's already exposed with magical energy where the armor's fallen away.
Okay. Go for it.
That is 6.
Add an additional hit dice.
7. Oh, additional hit dice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 10.
Total?
16 total.
16 total. So you will all watch as Finn fades back into reality here and then charges up, and then standing next to it just shoots for its open chest cavity and stomach that have been open and blast it with this firework that just kind of explodes so much more of it, revealing that the actual statue itself is just almost all destroyed, and all that is left of it is this magical arcane energy that is holding it up into place. It's still technically alive, but incredibly weakened and incredibly vulnerable. And Hesty, it is your turn.
Hmm.
Go with the bat.
Oh, you've
Go
got to
with
kill
the
it.
bat.
You've got to
Ah,
kill
yeah.
it with the bat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, let's move up and slam that bad boy.
Roll 3d6s.
I have 2. We're gonna have to do 2 and then 1.
Swinging for the fences.
So I got a 1 and a 4 and another 1.
4 and a 1
6.
and another 1. And with that, Hesty, please describe to me how you're going to swing the +1 hardy mallet.
Running as hard and fast as I can, and we're going to go for the we're gonna swing into as high as I can do it, the neck, head.
It's called the Happy Gilmore, where you just
Happy,
run
yes.
and
Yes, exactly.
And yeah, you run up and with just one colossal swing, cut through this magical being, which just sparks out in front of you, and you'll watch as these slivers of magic just kind of fly in different directions as this being just extinguishes. Below you, at your feet, is just a pile of sand and rocks from where you've destroyed this creature. And with that, you have completed combat.
Yay!
yeah.
Woo! And
Good job, everyone.
I'm gonna grab a souvenir rock.
Same. I'm just gonna like pocket a little chunk.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna say to Hesty, remind me not to make you mad. Whew, that's one hell of a swing.
It was teamwork. I could not have done that by myself.
And we couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, it's about, what do they say? It's the friends we made along the way is the real adventure, isn't it? Something like that. It's kind of cheesy, right?
Never cheesy. Well, maybe for a mouse.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's also more about the gold we get along the way. I'm going to head toward one of the chests. and see if I can-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Heading
Yes.
down the
Yeah.
hall.
As you all enter into this open chamber, which is a little bit smaller, you'll see a couple of things. Firstly, there are 4 separate chests, 2 on each side of the wall. Towards the back of the room, there are what looks like more of these statues lining the wall, like a wave of them, but they are just covered and caked in dust and soot, and they're dilapidated, almost just hanging there, very clearly powered down or not active. There's something wrong with them. But you'll notice, Zilphira, give me another give me another history check once again, now that you see all of these
Okay.
together.
That is an 8.
An 8. Zilphira, you're gonna notice now they are all still wearing like Grandview pointy hats, but they're also wearing what looks like they're like the actual clothing of them carved out of stone looks like cool uniforms, which looks very familiar to you.
Interesting.
It looks like you've definitely seen these statues before, but you can't quite put your finger on it. They are definitely not stone guardians that protect the school that you just can't remember.
Okay. I'm gonna like scratch my head and be like, dang it, I knew I should have paid attention to magic history class a little bit more.
You definitely don't remember that there are many of them that guard the perimeter of the school. You don't remember that at all.
She just never paid attention at all.
But for the rest of you, there is those 4 chests. And in the center of the room, there is 2 things that are interesting. Firstly, there's a table with some chairs, but there's also a very large lever built into the wall that is in the up position.
So, considering the magical traps that we've had to contend with thus far, what are the odds that these chests are just safe and ready to open?
Probably not. But then what happens if we flip that lever and the whole floor falls in?
Or powers
all that
on
chest.
all of the statues.
Or powers on all the statues?
These are the important decisions we as player characters get to make.
So can we investigate the lever?
Would anybody like to look around at all before making a decision? Give me a vigilance check. Give me a vigilance check.
8.
Oh, and that one.
It's a 13.
Okay.
David, does anyone ever say
14.
no when you make comments like that? No, I'm not going to do. No.
Have you
Mostly
ever
hug.
have you ever seen my friend the Storytime guy?
Yeah.
Matt,
I'm not gonna do
absolutely.
So I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And what did Hesty get?
Not so dirty 8.
Okay. So all of you, most of you would, Finn, you would move closer to the table. And as you look around, the 3 of you will see these chests, and you'll see there are no traps on them. The lever doesn't seem to be a trap or anything, but Finn, most definitely, as you move over to the table, you'll see that there's actually a very small note on the table. And do you check it?
Yes.
And as you pick it up and read it, it says, "Thanks for the tip. I like the gold." Signed, and then it's signed by MRW. And there's a paw print next to it.
I'll turn around and show the note to everyone.
Are paw prints as identifiable as fingerprints? Can we identify this as a certain black cat that we know?
Does Hardy have an alias? Is Hardy the alias?
No.
Not suspicious.
I
at all.
am the game master, and you have to keep these secrets close to the chest. Just
The
wait and
treasure
see. The treasure chest. With that note, what do you all do now that you've all seen that note? Thanks for the gold, or thanks for the tip. I like the gold. There's now a lever and 4 chests next to you.
The lever is freaking me out because I want to pull it, but
You should pull it. I wonder what happens.
Can I
is that
pick
Pip
up-
or
That's
you?
Pip. That's both of us. That is both. Pip is me.
Can I like pick up my chest?
Yeah, me
before he
too.
pulls
Oh,
out?
I
yeah.
want to pick
Can
up
we
my
move
chest.
them into the previous room? Can we drag all 4 chests into the previous room?
As you go, as Zafira and Hesty go and grab the chest, you notice immediately they are incredibly light.
Are they open or closed?
They're closed.
Oh.
They're all closed. And as you go and like you squat down to pick it up to make sure you don't hurt yourself, thinking it's going to be really heavy, and just like whoop, stand up, and it's incredibly light.
I'm gonna flip off that lid.
It's empty.
Oh man. I have a sinking feeling that none of these have gold in them.
Let's just pull the lever.
Well, Are they all empty? Do we open them all?
If you check them all, you will see that 3 of them are empty, and one of them has remaining 4 gold coins in it.
Well, one for each of us. Hardy gets nothing.
Yep.
There was never any gold that stays between us. Doesn't
I
leave
didn't
the
see
chamber.
You'll each get a single gold piece. And with that, Raiden pulls the lever. And as you pull the lever, you'll feel as the entire building begins to rattle and shake and move. And with that, the actual ceiling begins to extend. The floor begins to extend, like the building itself is coming to life here finally. And it opens up and shifts and moves and turns, revealing the entirety of this castle. And so now, whereas before you were down in this like basement, this kind of corridor, now you find yourselves shifting as it takes some time to do all of this. Like it was like the building itself was in sleep mode, and now you have reactivated it. And before you, all of those down statues now just power up and walk over to positions lining the walls of this castle. And before you, behind you, is the doors that you walked in from, and you are now standing here in this open area. The castle has been reactivated. Oh, wow, I had no idea that's what it did. That is so cool. Hit it, wait. Flip it one more time, see what happens.
So is Pip, is he still see-through?
Yes.
Or did that restore him too?
No, Pip is still see-through.
Okay.
I'm going to get my gold coin and I'm going to rub it so it's nice and shiny, and I'm going to show it to Pip.
Oh, I love shiny things. Oh, wait, I'll hold it for you. Let me see. I got to see. And he puts his hands out to hold it.
I'll let go and put my hand below to catch it.
And he like grabs it for a second, and he's like, "Whoa!" And because it's way heavier than him, and he drops it.
I just catch it again and go.
That is like so shiny. That is so cool. You know, you all might want to like put that away because Hardy will try to tax it from you or like take it or something.
Oh yeah, no, that's tucked away in the.
As far as we're concerned, we found 4 empty chests.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I think he should probably be getting here any minute. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think the castle would be a good base?
If those
safe now that
stay in check, yeah. If they don't start attacking people at random.
Delphira, give me another history check on those statues so you can remember what they are.
18.
Oh, thank God.
19 actually. 'Cause I have a +1.
Delphira, you finally, as they're all powered up and around the room, you recognize that, oh, this castle is old magic, like old wizard property that is no longer being used, and these are like from the school. So this place was very clearly abandoned, but was magical in nature. And you know that, yeah, you recognize these statues from protecting your school.
I just like have an aha moment, and I just like, ow! I can't believe I didn't realize that. This is awesome.
And
yeah, this is totally safe.
And so, do you guys look around?
Absolutely. Can we go out back down the hall and see if the musicians appeared in the ballroom or if the people came back?
As you go into the ballroom itself was completely restored back to normal, though there are no people. The tables are all upright again. It seems like all the cobwebs are gone. The actual building itself is all illuminated now with these torches. And as you look upstairs, as there was the stairway going up, you'll see that it does go upstairs, and there are tons and tons of rooms lining a hallway leading down, like dormitories almost. And looking to the left, you'll see that there's an entire now added section where that an endless hallway was. It truly is endless, as it leads to all these different rooms that have all these different magical things available. Almost like this was, in and of itself, some kind of a startup school that the mages used.
Also, we just gave Hardy Hogwarts.
It's not near.
fantastic.
It's like a baby's first Hogwarts. So let's
Wish.com Hogwarts.
It's wish.com Hogwarts. It's still very cool. It's a little bit more gothic than Hogwarts would have been, but it's much smaller. And
look over at Finn and say, library?
Yes. And Finn will take off trying to look for the library.
Bakery.
And as you all split off looking for all these different things, and I'm sure many of you will find them, you'll also notice that in the center of this chamber, a green portal kind of just appears for a second and then disappears. And as you look at the floor, you'll see that there is very clearly a just kind of blooming onto the floor is just kind of this sigil as a mark point that you can now jump between the two locations.
From here to eternity.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've got constant
travel.
access to here.
And that is where we are going to wrap up today's episode of Hardy's Travel Agency, with you guys getting the new base of operations.
Hardy didn't come see it?
Hardy did not come see it. He might be a little preoccupied right now.
Oh,
You've
Good,
unlocked
because
the
I
Food
need to
Network.
ask him about that note we found.
Hang
Yeah.
on to that note. That might be important for down the road. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and joining us for this episode. We will see you next time on, well, this or maybe something else, or maybe something else. I don't know, but we have a lot of crap going on. There's a lot of new things happening, but we will be back for Hardy's Travel Agency very, very soon. So until then, goodbye, I guess. I don't know. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.